The People's Television now brings you News on 4.
Philippines, good evening. I'm Nebrida and this is News on 4.
The headlines are brought to you by Family Rubbing Alcohol. Hindi lang pampamilya, pang-sports pa.
In the headlines, 5 persons are sentenced to death for the abduction of a Filipino businessman and his wife last year. The Senate and the House of Representatives convene a week-long special session to tackle pending urgent labor-related measures. And overseas, Japan says it will trim the grant of aid to China to protest against Beijing's recent nuclear test.
The headlines were brought to you by Family Rubbing Alcohol. Hindi lang pampamilya, pang-sports pa.
And now for the News on 4. In our lead story, 5 persons were sentenced to death after being found guilty of kidnapping with ransom. Meted out the maximum penalty by Valenzuela Regional Trial Court Judge Adriano Osorio were Freddy Yambot, Marciano Sayasa, Marcelo Gaviola, Edgardo Lincan, and Francis Versosa. They were convicted for the kidnapping of Valenzuela businessman Francisco Bernabe in February 1994. The accused were later arrested by elements of the Presidential Anti-Crime Commission after receiving the ransom paid for the release of their victim.
Matapos mapatunayan ng hukumang ito na ang mga nasa sakdal na sina Freddy Yambot, E. De Los Santos, Francis Versosa, Arnelo Gaviola, E. Carvajal, Marciano Sayasa at Edgardo Lincan ay nagkasala ng walang pag-aalinlangan sa krimeng kidnapping for ransom. Sila ay pinapatawan ng kaparusahang kamatayan sa pamamagitan ng silya elektrika.
Meanwhile, a Singaporean is meted the life sentence for illegal recruitment. Tan Chiong Meng was found guilty by a Cavite court of masquerading as a job recruiter and duping 6 Filipinos into giving him money for jobs in Taiwan. Tan, a Manila resident since 1991 and married to a Chinese Filipina, said he would appeal against the verdict. Also in the news, Congress is now on a week-long special session to tackle urgent labor-related measures. We have these reports.
2 weeks after the May 8 polls, Congress is back to work to complete a few important bills before the 9th Congress finally bows out of history. But Minority Floor Leader Hernando Perez charged that the special session is illegal and has no basis. Perez said any new legislation should now be tackled by the incoming 10th Congress. The agenda of the 3